My father's Dominican. My mom is from Florida, so, when I was a young kid, I kind of had a mix between, like my father taught me, like, so, like, it's, like the version I'm kind of West Indian. That's what I am. My pop Dominican and all that. So this is how I'm naturally taught, When I came to when I got in the business, I had to get an American accent. So my manager made me talk with a cork in my mouth, so I had to acquire an American accent. So coming up,
sorry, with a what in your mouth?
A cork. She put a cork. Hey, kid.
Is that Dominican for?
That's Dominican for I kick
Who's your
ass.
agent, man?
No, she put a cork right here in between my teeth, made me speak so I can acquire an American accent. But growing up, always did accents. My mama, of course, my family none of them speak English. But I've always played with accents. But we also have a great dialect coach on set. Her name is Mary Mack, and she comes in. She does great work with us, and we go through with it. But I just like playing with accents. It's fun. It's good times. I like to feel like I'm, I don't know, just really creating a character, and you got to go there. But like I said, I played a lot of Africans in my life.
Gina's the shit when it comes to that. Gina's unbelievable when it comes to accents. She really is. And
hey, Gina.
To go from British to English, it's like that's the hardest thing to do. And I know people don't realize that because we can all go into something like, but it's like, but to go to American accent is one of the hardest accents. I don't know if anybody knows this. It's the hardest accent to really
And different
grab.
types of it too.
Yeah, and Gina's the best at it. But I got to be honest with you, man. You're the shit when it comes to. I mean, it's like the Iceman job. The Iceman job. It was flawless, man. Flawless. I forgot my lines, and he was.
And
so
wait till you
pissed
see
at
the
me 'cause
first
he's, like, talking to me,
episode.
and I'm just like,
the first
wait,
episode coming back. Great,
Oh, yeah,
great
yeah.
too. On Aldous, really great.
Oh, I can't do it. I'll give it away.
Yeah, don't give it away. Don't give it away.
Oops, sorry. I kind of will. I kind of will.
They don't give me accents because even my Irish or my British, it always sounds like from the South. I put a y'all in there. There was an episode. It's the first one up, and I had to speak French, and Dean cut that out of the episode. Yeah. So
I've got a couple.
Red Sox.
We're gonna wrap the question portion, but I've got two quick things to talk about.
Just real quick, just do your question real quick.
Okay, we'll do the last two questions. Go ahead. Come on.
I just had a question about your concert tonight. It's the first one I'm going to. About what time should people get there?
Around beer 30. Be there at 8 o'clock because Brian Nutter's coming on. It's Keith Urban's guitarist. He's a dear friend of mine. Brian's going to play first, so be there at 8 o'clock if you want to.
Also, it's black tie.
Black tie. Yeah.
Right.
But the shirt is optional.
And last question from the audience.
Thank you for taking this, by the way. I just wanted to ask, obviously, you're doing your best every day at the job, but have there been any moments for you particularly, for each of you, that you felt you really had to reach down and challenge yourself? Something that was particularly difficult, something that you feel you really brought your absolute best game to, as it were?
Mine was just last week. I was scared as God knows what, and y'all will see it. Second episode up, you'll see it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can you repeat what was the question again?
Could you mind repeating the?
Just asking, what's been a really great challenge for you as an actor? A moment on the show that was really difficult for you as an actor and you feel you pulled off really well?
What's been the most difficult? I don't know, man. I got nothing. Ask these guys. I'm just gonna keep hitting people.
All right, so I have two quick things.
I want to add to that.
Okay.
We had a scene that was in the finale where I'm making a phone call to Sophie, and that was difficult. unexpectedly, you know. But it just kind of, everything just kind of came up and started to. It was one of those weird kind of things, and Dean was right there, and we were in constant communication. It was one of those kind of amazing moments between a director and an actor where we did a couple of different takes and did it different ways and different choices as to when I thought she might be hearing me and when she wasn't. And but that was a difficult, well, because it's difficult for Nate. So you know, what's difficult for the character becomes difficult for the person playing the character. But that was one. That was one, certainly. But it was originally scripted. I hope this is okay to... Yeah, it's okay to say. But it was originally scripted in that speech that Nate actually says the words, "I love you." And, so I like that...
John Rogers, by the way.
John Rogers.
The writer of the show.
Well, we got to stand over
Executive producer.
It's a good question, John. I've been meaning to talk to you about that. And here's a good place to do it. Anyway, I kind of like how it turned out that, you know, he doesn't get it out. So, because clearly he does. But that was a difficult scene. It was beautifully written and everything, and it was anyway. That was you know, I like questions like that because to really be taken back to what this whole experience of doing Leverage has been like. And thanks for asking.
So I want to say something real quick, just to wrap everything up, unless you got another stupid-ass question.
I had a fill for 2 hours, buddy boy.
All right, I know you did. I'm sorry.
Or John did.
And we love this cat, man. Anthony, guys, from If Magazine. I want to say really honestly, I want to just say real quick, just to kind of close things out. We wouldn't be up here if it weren't for you guys, if it wasn't for John Rogers, and if it wasn't for Dean Devlin and Chris Downey. We really, Leverage doesn't exist without you guys, and I don't know if you know the importance of that. We don't exist. Our characters don't exist without you guys. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everybody showing up today and tomorrow and yesterday and all that stuff. And just thank you so much. Thank you so much. And John and Dean, thank you so much for everything that you do. And we just don't exist without you guys.
And actually,
so thank you.
And actually, Christian, this was what I was going to lead into. I wanted you guys to wrap it up and tell it what it meant about it, so you took the words right out of my mouth.
You know, something that I think would be great for you guys who came to this ConCon thing
is to go watch Christian Kane tonight at Dante's.
Yeah. Well, no, that might be a problem. It already is going to be spilling out into the... No. It's complete. But, no, what I was going to say is it's important to acknowledge today that this idea of doing this and all of us being here was Dean Devlin's.
Yes.
So we want to thank Dean Devlin.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah!
Yeah, man.
That's good. And then all this, just you wrap it up for us. Anything else you'd like to say?
How am I supposed to come off the...
Can you come off of that?
All I got to say is I love y'all in age of the gig, baby.
So I want to say one last thing. We'll be here next year if you guys will.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
From the bottom of our hearts.
All right, everybody, give it up. A great round of applause for Alden Assange, Christian Kane, and Timothy Hutton. I want everybody to stick around. We got one more thing, a special thing for you. So hang tight. I want to also give a shout out to Portland, Oregon, just for the wonderful support they've given the show, and the Governor Hotel for sponsoring this. So.